All right. Hello, guys. Um, I want to quickly do a short market outlook. From what I posted in the group, and I was talking about the FOMC meeting coming out for this evening. It's a very highly anticipated meeting, right? So it's a meeting where the Federal Reserve is going to be doing some things. They are going to be increasing their interest rates. And then what that means is that they are basically trying to curb inflation, right? So trying to curb inflation, they keep raising rates, increasing rates, right? So today is FOMC meeting started yesterday, and today is the day they are going to be releasing their FOMC meeting minutes, right? So the anticipation is that they're going to be hiking their rates, increasing their rates by some 0.75%, otherwise known as 75 basis points. So what that is going to do is basically going to make the dollar appreciate. It's going to definitely make the dollar appreciate against most currencies, probably if not all currencies. Okay, so that's what I posted before. So what I just wanted to do now is I want us to just look at some currencies that we could potentially be trading from this afternoon to later in the day and into the rest of the week. Okay, so this is Euro USD. I was initially talking about USD JPY. Okay, so this is Euro USD, and for a long time, Euro USD over the long haul, long term, you see that Euro USD has been in a downtrend. Recently, it rebounded. So but now with a lot of things happening in the Eurozone, inflation numbers in the Eurozone right now is very high. Okay, so the US dollar basically, mainly the US dollar is very strong. So when the strength of the USD is actually what is affecting many of the currencies. Okay, so the strength of the dollar is very much. So any currency paired against the US dollar right now is just going to be weak, even if they were not weak. Okay, of course they are weak because of so many things happening in the world, Russia, the energy crisis because of the Russian war, inflation because of rising cost of food and energy around the world, and then all of that. So that's what we are seeing here. That's why we are anticipating that Euro US is going to weaken more. You can see this trend line we have here right now. It's almost like a perfect trend line with price just bouncing off, on and off. See, look at this. Price bounced off here, and so what we are seeing now is that price is most likely going to pull up a little. That's just the same thing I was looking at on USD JPY when I was okay. I don't know if I did reflect that, but it showed that. Okay, so this area right here, this area where I have this gold line, is where I'm expecting price on USD JPY to pull down to get to this area before it starts to buy, because definitely it's going to buy when the FOMC minutes comes out. It's definitely going to buy because we already know what the rate hike means and what it's going to do to the dollar, right? So we're expecting this buy here right now to come under here and buy. I actually have you can use a pending order here, or you can trade when you get here. But basically, when price gets here, if I do the analysis here right now, you discover that fundamentally, technically, this area just simply holds, right? This area holds right now. So let me not jump back and forth, but let's go back to the Euro USD. Let me look at that very well. So you can see this channel right now. Look at this whole channel right now. So as USD JPY is coming down a bit, it means that the dollar is coming down a bit. You will see Euro USD buying a bit, most likely to this trend line up here. Okay, most likely to this trend line up here, and then that's probably where we are going to be seeing a sell-off in the evening when FOMC minutes comes out. Okay, so this area is where I'll be expecting to see a sell-off. So if you have your chart, you can also use this as a guide, to look at what your what your initial projections are, what you were looking to trade. So when price gets to this area, I'll personally be looking for a sell around this trend line, because this trend line has been strong. And then also the whole trend right now is downwards. The whole trend right now is downwards. So since the trend is downwards and we already know what's going to happen with FOMC meeting, I'll be looking to make a sell around here, right? So that's for Euro USD. I'll post this also in the group. Then when we go to GBP USD, we will see almost the same thing. We'll see almost the same thing too, right? So initially there was a huge rally in GBP USD last week when the new prime minister came up, but there are lots of issues the prime minister is facing, and then the prime minister has also just postponed his economic plan. He was meant to release the 1st of October, and he just postponed it to November the 9th, the 17th. So the market is not very sure yet. You can see how the price is just consolidating. And after this initial heavy rally, this rally happened, I think, a week ago or so, when the new prime minister just came on board. So right now, the market is still just waiting to see a clear direction. That should be in another 2 weeks thereabout, because that should be 17th of November. Okay. So when price gets to this area now, this price may shoot up to this area later, and then we'll be looking to make a sell around here. I'm also expecting to see a sell based on the outcome of the FOMC today. I'm also expecting to see a sell somewhere happening here on GBP USD. So if you're trading GBP USD, you can use this as a guidance to also know that we're expecting a sell on GBP USD, because the dollar is going to be very strong much later today, right? So that's GBP USD. Then let's go back to the USD JPY I was looking at earlier. Okay, so this USD JPY has already moved down. Okay, so see how it's pulling down to this area now. Okay, so this area is where I'll be expecting to see a buy. This gold line area, which is around the 146,700 area. 146,700 area. No, let me put my trend line closer up to the bottom. So this around the 146.61 area is where I'm expecting price to get to. Also, if we use, we're looking at this fundamentally, and we're talking about the FOMC, that's fundamental. When you look at the technical too, you will see the same thing. This is a Fibonacci. When you have your Fibonacci, I draw my Fibonacci here right now. Okay, I draw my Fibonacci here right now. You will see we have the 50% line here was where price reversed from yesterday. But now price has passed through that 50%. So the 61% is even the stronger point. The 61% is this exact area I'm looking at here. The 61% is the exact area I'm looking at here. So that's the area we're looking at for a potential buy on USD JPY. Probably before the FOMC happens, or when the FOMC happens, so that's what I'm looking at here. So a buy trade on USD JPY is going to be very valid later on, right? So that's for USD JPY. So we're looking at a USD JPY buy, then we're looking at a Euro USD sell, a GBP USD sell, right? So that is the update for this moment. That's the update for this moment. I'll post these charts in the group. So I'll talk to you guys. Thank you for your time.